Democratic People's Republic of Korea could soon face what the United States has called the strongest set of sanctions imposed by the Security Council in more than 20 years. After 7 weeks of negotiations with regional powerbroker China, the US submitted a draft text to all members of the Council that, if adopted, would impose severe punitive measures on North Korea.
It's the belligerence of a regime that has got many countries riled up, with Council expected to break new ground if the US draft is adopted in the coming days.
These sanctions, if adopted, would send an unambiguous and unyielding message to the DPRK regime. The world will not accept your proliferation. There will be consequences for your actions, and we will work relentlessly and collectively to stop your nuclear program. If adopted and implemented fully, these sanctions would constitute a major increase in pressure compared to the Council's previous actions on DPRK.
For the first time in history, sanctions measures will include inspections of all cargo in and out of North Korea, an arms embargo, imposition of financial sanctions targeting banks and assets, a ban on aviation and rocket fuel imports, and severe limits on commodity exports from the country. Stiff penalties for a regime that has remained unbowed despite a decade of UN sanctions.
I want to be clear, this resolution is careful not to punish the North Korean people. The North Korean people have suffered so much already under one of the most brutal regimes the world has ever known. Rather, this resolution focuses on a ruling elite that have inflicted so much of that suffering, always privileging the nuclear and ballistic missiles programs over the welfare of the North Korean people.
The success of any new measures will depend on their implementation by all UN member states. Council is expected to vote on the draft as early as this weekend. Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.